Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about moon phases. What are they? And how to tell the difference. If you want to follow along at home, all you need is a pack of cookies. Moon phases happen during the moon's orbit around the Earth, which usually takes around 28 days. This process makes the moon appear to be more or less visible at different phases during this cycle. When a part of a moon is shadowed and invisible, that part of the moon is turned away from the sun. Half of the moon is always in shadow and half of the moon is always illuminated. But we perceive different phases based on the moon's direction in relation to us and the sun. Now this cookie with the cream still intact, known as a full moon, or when the moon appears to be a perfect circle, this is the half of the moon is illuminated by the sun. As the orbits the Earth, the sun lights up whatever the side of the moon is facing. This makes it look like moonlight, but it's actually reflected by sunlight. When moon is between the sun and Earth, it's called a new moon. The sun lights cannot reflect down to Earth, and the moon looks like it has disappeared. This is represented by a cookie without any cream. The moon is still here, but we can't see it. Next, we're gonna go over the first and last quarters. These happen in between the new moon and full moon, where only a quarter of a moon, or what we see as half, is shown as the moon continues its orbit around the Earth. The part that is visible to us grows or shrinks. When the visible gets bigger, it's called waxing. And when the moon gets smaller, it's called waning. As the new moon approaches, the sun getting closer to a new moon, the moon appears to shrink from a new moon to a full moon. It appears to grow shapes that are called waxing gibbous and a waxing crescent. After the new moon appears to grow, these are called a waning gibbous and a waning crescent. As you can see, the shape of the moon depends on where the sunlight is hitting the moon in its orbit. Moon phases can be used to track time and on when sunlight is hitting the moon in its orbit. Moon phases can be used to track time and were an important tool towards learning how planetary objects orbit each other. By tracking moon phases, we were able to learn that the moon orbits the Earth and the Earth orbits the sun. Moon phases can also be important for tracking tides and different planetary cycles. Look up at the moon tonight and determine which phase the moon is